Hey guys, Randy here, digital marketer, aka the Monetize Your Life guy. And I wanted to show you something that I thought was so much fun. Even after all of these years, when you think you know yourself, you might not know yourself at all. So I want to show you this test that I took just recently. It's called the Kolbe test. And it is so much fun. I thought, oh, wow, they're going to just get a couple of dollars from me and they're not going to tell me anything that I don't already know. But guess what? They absolutely did. And I think they can help you too. So let's take a look at this one. This is mine. When I got it back, I had looked at it and I kind of thought, okay, this is something I already knew, that I like to, find out facts. I like to follow through. I like to be a quick start, and that implementation is where I get in trouble. Okay, so, but look what else that they offer. I want to really cover this really quick because this is just so much fun. Look at this. When you go to and do the test, it starts asking you or showing you how you can interpret it, right? Now you think, you're all smart and stuff. You got it all figured out, and that I'll just look at the numbers and I'll go from there. But there's so much more. Look what she also does. This is the creator of
Your
Kolbe. Look at this.
Shows that you're in a period of transition. That's a time we all go through, a period when we're trying so hard to be what we have to be, either because...
Isn't that so cool? I remember, and why this is so spot on is because when I gave my job back to the economy 3 years ago, just a little under 3 years ago, it was about transitioning. It was, how do I go from, this world into another world? How do I go and manage my time as an entrepreneur? How do I do this stuff? So I hadn't taken anything like the test. I had seen it. I had heard a lot about it, but I just didn't feel that it was necessary or it was for me, right? Now look at this. When she starts talking, as you notice, she's now explaining to you exactly what you're going through. Take a listen.
There's some kind of a change going on in our professional or educational lives, or there's a change in our personal lives. For whatever reason, we're working so hard, making such a commitment to satisfying the needs from others or from a role we're in, that we're not sensing a freedom to be ourselves.
And did you hear that? Sometimes you are doing what you have to do, but you're not sensing a freedom in yourself. How cool is that, right? And if you notice, these were really, really clear. I didn't know what they meant at first. As I started taking a look at this, I started seeing the asterisks. I was like, what does that mean? Right? And then I went on to the next page, and what happens next is even more fun. Check this out. She now comes on and talks some more.
Modus operandi, or mode of operation. Kolbe has 4 modes, so we could say modes of operation. But to summarize it, it is your innate pattern of taking action, the behaviors that you will use in any situation, any day, any time, as long as you are striving and as long as you are working toward either a decision or some kind of action in the creative problem-solving process.
So if you hear that, right, we're talking about, how do you basically get through your day? How do you solve problems? How do you, complete your task? And that you have a mode of operandi, right? You have a way by which you do that. Now, as an entrepreneur, even if you're not an entrepreneur, knowing that can just help you tremendously. Now, again, when I first went into the test, I was like, yeah, I think I can figure something out in my years on this earth, right? But now you get a look at how she is talking to you about what you need to do, what things you can add to your life that helps complete you, that helps maybe put some things in place, that helps you get stuff done. You kind of know yourself, right? You say, hey, look, I know I'm not an implementer, or I know I'm not this, or I know I don't like to research, I know I just like to dive all in and figure it all out, or fly your airplane, build your airplane in the sky. You can say those kind of things, but when you literally see it and somebody now interprets that for you, it adds a whole different flavor, right? Now look at some of the words she uses here. It is sometimes caused by periods of unemployment, changes in work, domestic, scholastic responsibilities. A new boss can do it. Beginning or ending of a relationship, moving your place of residence, loss or separation from a loved one, physical trauma, all the things that are associated with you now being in transition. But I want to speak to the entrepreneurs right now. And I want to tell you that if you are seeing areas that you just can't seem to get done, take this test. It'll literally show you the areas that you need to work on. And one of the good things is it'll give you information that you now can use to, guess what? Get some help. Entrepreneurs, I know we don't like to get help because we like to do it all ourselves. But guess what? The only way we're going to grow our businesses, the only way we're going to get to these levels that we want to get to and achieve that success with all this frustration is that we know ourselves and to ourselves be true. That makes sense with you? All right, so let's take a look at just a few more things, and I'm going to call it. Look at this. It starts talking about things you can do. It talks about cognitive stress, right? The things that are happening that you're going, what's going on here? You don't, if you ever said to yourself, I got to get my stuff together, some people say, get your whatever else together, right? We say that all the time because we are having a dissonance, right? We've got that cognitive dissonance. And they're talking about how this creates stress in your life. And you just like, man, I just feel unsettled. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on with me, right? So when you're having these kinds of feelings, doing a test like this really could help you figure out what that might be. Right now, you go on to the next page, then look at this. It starts talking about all of the different areas.
Pathfinder is a Kolbe action
That
mode.
really talks about your striving zone. It tells you where you should be getting the most out of who you are. Is this good stuff or what? Now we can continue on. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and click through it real quick. So it shows you, now we're talking to just a couple of bucks. This costs peanuts. And I really fought it too. I was like, I don't need to take this test. I'm not doing that. What am I doing here? Why am I spending this money on that? I could be buying ads, or I could be doing something for a website or something, right? Or I could be saving money, having some dinner. But it just costs, for the cost of 2 good steak dinners. That's it. You get all of this good stuff. I'm going to encourage you guys to take a look at this if you're an entrepreneur or if you're in any kind of transition. Something like this could be the difference between you having success and you having a whole bunch of stress. Take a look at it and let me know what you think.